This is the second part of the video that I made initially, talking about installing osTicket on Ubuntu server. So to get started, I would want to bring up my command prompts, my Windows command prompts, by typing cmd on the search bar. And because I'm going to use Windows Linux to log into the remote server, so I have to use this command to get to bring up the Windows Linux, which is wsl-d Ubuntu. So the Windows Linux is up and running. So to log into this the remote server, you must know the IP address of the server, and you can easily get the IP address from the server by simply typing ifconfig. So then hit enter. I'm not going to do that because I already know my IP address. So what I will do now, I have to use SSH key, which is pretty secure, to log into the remote server. So I'll bring up the key and SSH directly into it. So as you can see, I'm already inside the server. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to check for the version of PHP that is provided by Ubuntu. So I'll do that by simply typing php-v. V stands for version. And so here it says the command cannot be found. That's because PHP is not yet installed in the system. And it's giving me two options to do that. So before I go ahead to install PHP, I have to first and foremost update the repository by typing sudo update, typing my password. Okay, so I'll clear my screen first. I have to bring out the last command because I'm still going to need it. So here I'll go ahead and then install PHP in the system. So I'll simply just copy the first command here and then paste it right there and make the installation. So I type in Y and hit enter. Okay, so the installation is complete. Let's verify to be sure PHP has been installed by bringing up php-v and check. So see, it's actually telling me now that PHP version 8.5.4 has been installed in the system. That's great. So the next thing I want to do now is to go ahead and install Apache into the system. So we'll do that by simply entering the next command. Okay, great. So we can verify to be sure Apache has been installed by typing sudo or just entering Apache directly, or Apache 2 has been installed in the system. Okay, all right. So what I want to do, the next thing that I want to do right now is to install the required PHP extensions for osTicket. So let me clear my screen first, and I will do so by using the following commands. Okay, so the extensions for PHP has been installed. Clear my screen once again. So at this point, I would have choose to install IMAP, which is used specifically for email management of email, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need it. So it's not very important at this point. So I'll move ahead, and what I will do next is to install MariaDB on the system. So the MariaDB is a database. So I will do so by using the following command. Okay, so MariaDB has been installed, but we can check that to be sure it's running and is enabled by using the following command: sudo systemctl status MariaDB. Oh, sorry. So status means that one of the letters. So as you can see here, MariaDB has been installed and it has been enabled in the system. So when it's ready to go. Okay, so since MariaDB has been installed, so I will be able to access the shell, the MariaDB shell. So by simply typing sudo mysql, mysql. Okay, so I'm inside the MariaDB shell. So I will go ahead and create a database, and I will call that database osTicket. So to do that, I will use the following command. I will call it osTicket, and we can create osTicket. All right. So at this point, I will have to create a user account and then give it a password that the user can use to access the osTicket database. So I will do that using the following command. Okay. So the password, we are not going to use this default password, so I have to change the password to something complex. So you would want to do that on your system too. So I'll try and get the password. I'll grab one from my password manager. So we have the password right there. So I'll go ahead and then hit enter. Okay. So the next step in the process is to flush privileges, and then after that I exit the shell. So to do that, I use this command, flush privileges, and then I go ahead and exit the shell. Okay. All right, so that's been fixed, and so I will now proceed with the installation of osTicket. So to get started, I have to change to my home directory. I'm saying that in case you are in a different directory in your system, you would have to change to your home directory, because if you don't do that, you will more likely encounter an error. So already I'm in my home directory, but I'm just trying to show you how to do that. If you are in a different directory, and you want to change to your home directory, all you have to do is type this command cd, and that is going to take you to your home directory. And you can confirm that by typing pwd, and it's going to show you where you are. So that's great. Right, so I'll go ahead with the installation of the osTicket by using the following command. So the file has been downloaded to my home directory as shown here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, you cannot work with this file right now, so you have to move it to a different directory. So I'm going to go ahead and move the osTicket file to the Apache webhooks directory, and I'm going to use this command to do that. Okay, so I can verify to see it's there. I'll bring out the command once again and verify if it is there. So by typing ls, so ls stands for list. So check that out. So you can see that the osTicket is already in that directory. So what I'm going to do, I have to change to move to that directory. Now I'll do that. Bring out the command here, and then type in cd and change to directory. So I'm right there in the Apache web directory. So I've already known that the osTicket is already there. So what I'm going to do now is to unzip the osTicket. I'm going to unzip the file. So using the following command. So I'll do that. So it's unzipping the file right now. Okay, the unzip process is completed. And so what I will do now is to copy the osTicket sample configuration file and assign it a new name in the same directory. So what I will do is just to copy it and then do that. Okay, when I hit enter. So in order to verify if we have these two the original file, which is ost-sample config.php, and the new name, which is ost-config.php. So we have to go to this directory called include. So I'll bring out the command and delete part of the command. Okay, and try to see if we can list the content of that directory. So as you can see, you see if you look at it here, you see the ost-config.php and ost sample config.php. So they're all there. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is to set the required permissions and ownership for the osTicket directory. So I will do so by issuing the following commands. So that has been done. So I'll do the next one too. Okay. So those has already been done. So I'm going to go ahead now and create the Apache virtual host configuration file for osTicket. So I will have to open the file, open the configuration file. I have to set up that file and then open it up with the Nano. Nano is usually my favorite for opening files and writing, editing files. So I use the Nano editor. So I'm just going to go ahead right now and then do that. So the file is open, and if you look at the file, you see that there's nothing inside. So I'm going to go ahead and copy some commands and put it there. So I'll put some stuff there. So what I'm going to do right now is to save the file and exit the file. So to save the file, you simply on your keyboard, you tap Control O, hit Enter, then Control X to exit. Okay, so it's all done. So if you want to see if it's been properly done, if it's the content is still there, so you can call up the file once again and then use the cat command. Use the cat command to display the content of that file. See, so it's already there. Okay. All right. So at this point, what I'm going to do now is to activate the Apache virtual hosts and enable the Apache rewrite model with the following commands. So I'm enabling the rewrite module now. Okay. So the next command is this one here. So the rewrite module has been activated and also at the same time. So what I'm going to do now is to reload Apache. So by typing sudo systemctl reload Apache, Okay, so let's see if Apache has been activated and is working. So what I will do, I'll bring out that command once again and look at the status. So Apache is actively running and it has been enabled. So it's all good to go. So at this point, what I will do is to access the osTicket web user interface. And to do that, we have to identify the IP address of the server. So I will do that by typing ifconfig. So it's going to give me the IP address of the server, which is 172.16.180.11. So I will copy this IP address, or if you already know it, don't need to worry about it. So I will just go straight to the browser and then put in the IP address and hit enter. And so as you can see, so it shows that the osTicket has been installed. So it simply tells me, thank you for choosing osTicket. We are delighted to have chosen osTicket for your customer support ticketing system. So you will see this beautiful page comes up. So what you are going to do next, is to click on continue. And this will allow you to do some basic configuration on this page. So the osTicket basic installation page. So you go ahead and enter your help desk name. You can use any name you want, the default email, and so on and so forth. And then at the end of it, you just click on install now. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So for the help desk name, I will use this one. And for the default email address, I will let me probably I use a different address. Let's see. So what I have. So I'll use this address. I think it will probably be the same. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it the admin user first name and last name, which is in this case is my own name. And then the admin user email. So I'm go ahead and get the email for the admin user. So I'll paste that again. And then for the username, for the admin user, I will simply use Michael. And then I will go ahead and get the password for create, a password for the admin user. Just paste that. Confirm the password or retype to confirm. Okay. So for the database settings, the database table prefix has already been, the name is already there, the prefix is already there, and the host name is already, filled by default. And so I will go ahead and then, name the database. So here, one thing you have to remember here is that the name that you put here must be exactly the same name that you used when you were creating the database. So which in this case is this one. So go ahead and put that. And then the username also it has to be the same, just like when you're creating the database. Otherwise, everything will throw an error. So I'll put that right there. And then the password must also be the same password you created when you're creating the database. So I'll go ahead and get the password for the database. So I'll put in the password. So I have to double check to be sure everything is correct. In this case, I think it is. So I'll go ahead and click on install now. Okay, so it says, congratulations. Your osTicket installation has been completed successfully. Yeah, that's a wonderful page. And you can go ahead and click on where it says your staff control panel to enter the control panel. So just click it and it takes you to the control panel where you can sign in as the osTicket admin. So log in. Okay, so here I just land on this page, the osTicket settings page. So here you can check to be sure that everything is okay, and you can apply as many changes according to your desire and the need of your company. And then that's for that page. And then the next page I will strongly recommend that you go for now is you click on the dashboard tab to see the logs. So the dashboard shows the logs. So right here it shows that the osTicket has been installed. So that's the current log we have right now. Okay, so after here, the next step that I have to take here now um, is to uh, consider the security of the osTicket installation. We have to make sure the osTicket installation is secure with a couple of steps that I'm going to take now. The first one is, so I have to delete the osTicket installation directory. So with the following command, so the directory, as far as I'm concerned, is it's deleted. So I'll go ahead and change permissions on the osTicket configuration file. So with the following command, so that will be this command. So I have to verify if the permissions have been assigned to that file. So with the following command. So as you can see, it shows that the respective read and write permissions have already been set. So everything is looking good. So this is where we are going to stop for now. So if you like this video, please kindly subscribe and click the like button. Thank you so much. In the next video, I will talk about how to create a ticket and respond to tickets. Thank you.